thinking of mounting them. So just made my mark where I want the edge of this one to be, and I don't have that much room against the window back here, so I have to be careful drilling here, but something in this way, and I also will measure from this edge and to that edge on the other side, so we will have the same. Ooh, that went fast. Luckily the window didn't break. 2 centimeters. Okay, so the bolt needs to be shorter than 2 centimeters. Alright, there it is in place, and yeah, a few millimeters from the glass, and yeah, that was just the next side, and then it's the next light. Since that one was so much trouble to get the disc and everything on place, I just super glued the disc onto this nut. A lot easier, hopefully. Okay, then I've been to the shop, bought some screws that I can use for the small lights, so I can secure them with that. And yeah, you can see the holes are drilled here. Not perfectly centered, but anyways, I don't think that's matter because I'm mounting the lights underneath. So let's see if we can put the first one on and see how it goes. So with these ones, just insert them there. Oops. Like this, and then the plan for installation is just to get the wire to go to the back, like this. So when I drilled the holes here on the top, it was easy because I could just put it like this. But underneath there is an edge here, so I drilled too close for the edge, so I have to move everything a little bit further this way. Okay, we learned something. Just for aiming, so I know where the hole is. Okay, let's see if it will fit this time. No problem. And when these are installed correctly and the nuts are turned all the way down, I can just go with the angle grinder and cut everything off, so I don't have anything sticking way up, but nothing will be higher than these ribbons here anyway. So and I had a plan to put one up here also. It wouldn't been any big problems. A little bit difficult to drill up here, but on the other side there is a lot tighter, so there is not possible to do it. But right now I'll just drill everything down here and then start making the wire. And when I did the cables, I actually placed the wrong connection on the other wire, so I had to go with a different one on the first light. So I need to remember that if I need to replace this. And that's also why I'm not soldering anything, is because these lights will break, so it's better to have them with just these cable connectors. A lot easier to switch them out. Hot glue, that is amazing stuff. It's just too bad often you forget about using it, but it makes secure wires and yeah, lead strips, everything is so much easier with hot glue. And as cold as we have it outside, you don't have to wait too long for it to dry either. So that little blob there, it will keep the wires secured from snow and other things that you might drive these steps into. Now the glue gun is really hot because I started on the other side, so it's been lying there warming up since then. But with 0 degrees outside, should probably have drilled a hole for the wires going out here, but yeah, didn't think about it, so then I had to do it before I put the connectors on. Alright, glued together and secured with some zip ties, but I don't like this one, so I will drill out here so I can put the wires out through here and back here, so they are not the lowest point. That will just make trouble in the future. Sometimes you just have a little bit of luck, and I was working on the stairs with the lights here, and I noticed this one, or this connector just hanging here. So I hooked up a lamp for it, and yeah, it shows. So the wires had the same color. You can see the lamp is hanging there. So the wires had the same color as the warning beam light here. You can see how bright it is with the old one. But this one didn't turn on. So then I switched on my switch for front, and voila, lights. So with those extra wires in front, the mounts we have up on the roof, I can just cut this off and install the same connector as this one, and these will work. So that makes those lights so much easier to install. So that was a great success. Cutting off these nice connectors, I will put it a little bit back so I can use this for something else some other time. So this saves me a bit of wiring. And for these small orange lights like this, I decided I don't want them on the roof, so I don't need to wire that neither. So that's pretty nice. Probably a little bit because it's cold outside. Been a bit warmer, maybe I wanted them anyways. Alright, then we can actually install these lamps. one more lamp in place. So I'm one on each side, made them ready here, and yeah, you get a little bit more light out on the corner. So I think that will work pretty good with that placement. And I'm just using the battery and temporary cable just to adjust the light right after mounting it. It's much easier when you have only one light on. So for that, the battery and everything is pretty great. Move the camera to a new position in the middle. I think that will be a lot better. For up there it was a little bit low because I don't know about these cameras, they are not that wide angle, but I installed them now, so let's just do the best out of it. And moving the license plate was the easiest thing to do, so figured out that was a great or a better placement for the camera. Now I can see straight down into the snowblower and back when I'm backing up and everything. Yeah, and it started to snow a little bit, so that's probably what's coming soon. So almost done outside. I have to wire up these new lights on the back here. They are going down to the 7-pair wire we had there, and the lights from in the stairs are going to that 7-pair cable. So I think I will put a connection box back here somewhere and just connect everything inside the box. It's a lot easier. And yeah, now I'm thinking about putting up the lights up there. So let's get the mounts that are freshly painted and put everything back together up there. I'm thinking about putting 2 lights here, one down here and one up here for forward light. And yeah, there are the 2 on the top. So a little bit Mickey Mousey, but it gotta do. And if I put 2 here, I need one more set of wires. I don't think this can run 120 watts. So we'll see what we'll do there and how the weather turns out. Let's just say there will not be any marking lights up on the roof with this weather. Now it's just about getting finished outside. Then I can just put in a 220 volt fan and get some heat in the cab. There they are, lights installed. I think this will work really great. Can be adjusted a little bit probably as time goes and we see which way we need them to point, but yeah, for now I think this will work good. Here, because here the positive and negative on the original wiring was switched over. Yeah, I think this will work pretty good. Now I have light in front of the tractor. Let's see, switch this one off. Yeah, that's actually something that's more or less what I was planning, so this will work pretty good. Alright, then I will just do the same on the one on the other side, and yeah, I also did something else there. Let's see. So one of the problems with this side is these hoses always are in the way. So I just put a zip tie here now, and to see if that will keep them in place. If it's some problem when I'm lifting up, the zip tie will break, so that shouldn't be any problems. And then I will have the light here in the same direction as the one on the other side. Alright, Sunday, last day according to my plan, that I will be working on mounting lights on this tractor. I tested all the lights yesterday, and let's just say it's a new world. It's really awesome. This will be so good when we are out in the dark working, but there are missing a little bit light right in this area, you can say. So I had plans about 2 lamps up here. So what I will do now, I just started it. I will remove this arm, pull a new wire in here all the way down and here, because then I can pull that wire together with the step lights all the way back and make it connected to the 7-pair wire I have coming down here in this area. And here I will put a box for everything. So that's the plan right now. So there we have extra cable out here. So now I can mount the light here that is pointing down this way, but I will not use these 60-watt lights for this. I will use something small, maybe one of my favorites, the 12-watt lights, the small ones. So that was nice and easy. Glad I did that. Now I can just take these 2 wires together, then I will climb under the tractor and zip tie them all the way back. So right now I have a bunch of wires back here, all these, and we have these lamps that also don't have any place to go, and I'm putting one of these box backs here where I can plug in everything and make the splices and stuff like that. And check this out, it actually has threads in the bottom, and I actually have a bolt sticking out with threads on. So guess where this one is going? Okay. Nice and easy enough. Oh, okay, that was convenient close. Oh yes, perfect. That couldn't have worked out any nicer if I planned it. Wonder if I can manage to squeeze out the 7-pair there. That would be so much nicer than coming up like this. You just go. Too late. Look at him go. He's trying to catch the snowflakes. Well, he's good at entertaining himself. Entertaining, yeah. So he is good at entertaining himself. Okay, you can see the bolt is threaded in. That's just so awesome. Saves me a lot of trouble, and at the same time, right behind the wall here is the brainy boxy for the tractor, so I don't think you want to go and drilling in here anyways. So this will work out perfectly. Okay, we are pulling the 7-pair in there and the other ones in there, and the lights probably here and there, and just zip over that way or down there, whatever. Easiest to go down and up probably, but this one will be pretty close. Alright, now I'll just use a little bit zip ties here and get everything nice and secured, and yeah, then it's actually inside work. Oh boy, it gets messy quick when you are working on stuff, but yeah, now the next step is to clean off all these parts, the plastic that are going back inside. This one is the first one. You can see I spilled a lot of coffee on it because tractors are a bit bumpy, so when you're bumping up and down and you have a coffee cup up there, not always standing in the same place. But anyways, I've been inside and stole this from my girlfriend. She's not at home, so she doesn't know, and she doesn't watch my videos, so she will never find out. Oops. And it doesn't fit my sink, but this works pretty good. The only thing is, after filling a bucket like this, you always want to go to the toilet almost. Alright, that made a good difference, so let's see if we can put it back in the tractor. I do not remember how it went in, so this will be exciting. Okay, this cover went on pretty easy, no biggie there, so that was really nice. But when I was starting to put this cover together, I was starting to fear something, and that was that there was no room up here for this control box for the display that I'm planning to use. I don't know why, but when I pulled everything apart and I looked at this, and I thought like, oh, here is whatever room for putting this and fuses and you name it. I don't know what planet I was on right then, but as you can see, it's not possible to fit this anywhere up here. So yeah, that's really bad, because now all the wires are up here. We have power from the battery, we have going to the control box down there, we have coming from the outside up on the roof, and yeah, it's like everything is here now, but nothing fits here. So that's really stupid. Maybe actually, yeah, it would actually fit here. This would be a placement for the box actually. So I don't know, and I also, like you saw me testing now, it does fit here. It's not perfect. I could glue it on here and tuck it away up here, but it's not what I want. But I think maybe if I just release everything again and pull it a little bit loose, so I can manage to go back here, and I can just use hot glue or something and glue it to this. The bit display that I'm mounting on this piler, it's only USB, so if the USB that was with this kit isn't long enough, I can just go in and get another kit, and yeah, shouldn't be any big problems. Alright, that is planned. Remove this cover again, secure this one on the backside, make extensions, make the power down there. This is direct power from the battery, so I will do a relay up here. So we will use signaling for the relay is ignition. So we ignition on, then you will get power from the relay this one is going to, and down to this control box. So in that way I can't leave any lights on. That's the main plan. So then we need to make 6 extension cords going down, and we also need the positive and the negative from this one, and then we can secure it to this and yeah, leave it be down there. Okay, control box is fitted down here, double-sided tape, and yeah, of course 6 channels, then it's a 7-pair wire up from there. Here is the ground, just need to connect it up here. Here is the positive that need to go to the relay, and yeah, and the USB goes up here to this panel as I'm just mounted. So here the switches will be for each function. Have no idea which one is going to what, and I did take a picture of the colors I connected here, so black is one, that is, I remember. Yeah, but anyways, here is the panel, looks really good. Switch this one, get the light on, I think. I never used it before. Alright, then everything is hooked up. You can see here is the relay, so no, there is no function in this, but if I switch on the key, then it works. You can see lights on, lights off, and if I switch the ignition off, shuts it off. So how I did it was I used this in the fuse box. So the fuse all the way down is the original fuse, and the one in the up is the one for this wire. Just connect this one into one of the positions for the fuses, and then I will have power in this cable that goes to this relay that is connected to the cable we pulled for the battery, and the other one is going down to the control box, and it has ground. So you can see here there are light in the switches, and I also have some stickers to put over that can show me what the different buttons are for. And if we see here, we can turn on the side lights. So now we have lights on both sides. The small ones we pulled new wires for, and if we push this button there, we get, okay, this is a little bit difficult to see, but we have the lights in the steps. And the last switch, there is compass, and now you see him. Oh, they are really good, those lights on the side here. So that works really well. I like it. I will see if I find some switches that are suitable for this, and we have 3 openings that we ain't using, so that we can use for something else. I moved the panel here up here, so there is one square hole under here, and I moved the shock absorber for the loader up here, so it can stand there instead. A little bit nicer. So that's how that works. Now I will just tidy up everything here, put the cover back on, wash the tractor and everything a little bit inside, vacuum clean all the ends and bits from the wires, and my garage is a mess again, but that's how it is. While you are working on stuff, it gets messy. But you can see this is the new one. It's small, slim, with the remote, and yeah, it shows functions and everything, but it got the night mode, because I will show you now, and we can see we have a bright light all over the place, and up here. So it's really nice. It's really nice in daytime, then you get a lot of light everywhere, and yeah, but in nighttime it can get a little bit too bright, I think. So I would like to use the new one that has night mode, that is only running 50% at night, or you're choosing when it's night or when it's day. So let's try and install that one. So the installation of this warning LED bar is pretty easy. Just a 6mm nut down here into some ones that are in the roof already. Use some rubber discs here just to lift it up a little bit. I will use the same on the new one. So now it's just remove the last 6mm nut or 6mm bolt here, and then it's ready to be lifted off. And it's just plugged into the original wiring for the warning lights that was on the tractor. So just a quick clean of the workbench here, so we can see the difference between these two warning LED bars. And this one I bought right now on Black Friday sale, or Black Week sale it was, and you can see it's a lot slimmer than the one in the behind. This one is from Biltema, Scandinavian shop, so it's about yeah, on Black Friday this one was 2,000 crowns more than this one. That's approximately $200 more for this one, according to this one. But on a tractor, I don't think this matters at all, that it's big, beefy and everything. Nothing at all. If it was on a nicer car, this one would be much nicer. You can see this one is really slim. So, and it's actually a little bit longer also, a few centimeters. So this one is 114 and this one is 120 centimeters long, I think. And yeah, so the biggest difference here is this one from Biltema, it's power, and the yellow one is for switching. So it comes with outlet for the cigarette lighter in the car, and then you have one momentary switch you push, and then you are changing the pattern on this one. And on this one it's a remote, as we have seen. So this one you switch on and you switch forward, backward, cruise, night, day mode, left arrow, right arrow, a lot of functions. So this one has a lot of more functions, but like this one is 4,600 crowns, I think, full price, and this one is 9,000 crowns full price. So that's twice as much the price if you're not buying it on Black Friday then. So that's quite a lot. And yeah, but anyways, we can see we are a few centimeters lower, so that means that this will be also a couple of centimeters lower on the tractor roof. I will use this for making the distance, for getting it higher. So as you can see, this one, the mounts for it is pretty far back on the roof. So I think it needs to be a little bit higher to get to be viewed from the front the right way. So both LED warning LED bars are now on, and as you can see, the light is, yeah, I would say they are approximately just the same. This one you can't see the LEDs, and it feels like it's flashing a little bit more upwards also, not only out to the sides like this one does. So, but then we can take this remote and we can, let's see, there we are running by night. So I don't know if it's noticeable. Let's see, by day it's quite a much brighter. This one now by day. Okay, I actually think, oh yeah, this one is much brighter than this one on by day. Let's see by night. I don't know, maybe this one is just as bright. Yeah, who knows? I thought the difference would be bigger, but not sure. But on this one you can see how it's flashing. Yeah, I don't know. I think this one is just as bright as the one in the back. But anyways, this one is going on. Let's get it on the tractor. Alright, that works great. Okay, on and off is with the remote. So, switching on and switching off. Or we can go on and cruise mode. So this one I couldn't fit on the tractor, and today I was in a shop and they had this one, and the internet has been full of promising words about this one lately, so I bought it, and yeah, here it is, ready to be installed on the tractor. So I will use the mounts that are in the back and just drill some holes for that in the plastic roof and secure it there some way. So that's the plan to what I'm doing right now. Let's get this one on, and then we are finished with the light installation on the tractor. Here we are, up on the roof again, or almost. So here are the installation of these ones, just the nut and everything through there, and here are the mounts for this LED bar. So I'm thinking pretty close, and yeah, try and center it as good as possible so it's pointing forward, not to any of the sides. So that's the plan. Let's just get the drill the hole, and yeah, be done with it. And the LED bar, I have these wires here, ground up here, and the positive for the LED bar, and the light, the other light, is going into the 7-pair cable here that is going down here. So now we just need to connect everything down there, but first I will put everything up here and put the cover back on. Alright, then it was back in here again. So now I need the one coming from the top. It's this one. We have the yellow and the red are the power for the LED bar in front, just mounted. So the yellow one is for some positioning lights, and the red one is for the high beam light. And the high beam I will connect to this relay, or I will jump from this relay under here. There is a white wire that is going to the high beam switch, so when you push it forward you get high beam, and that activates the relay here. So I don't need to pull any wires from the front on the headlights or anything. I can just steal it from under here. So let's see. Yeah, let's see here, this thin white wire here it is. So I will take it out of this holder and just take away some of the insulation and just solder in and tape over and just steal something from there, and I will put in another relay for the high beam. So the relay will be triggered by this, yeah, as the same as triggering the original high beams will trigger the new relay for the LED bar. That's the plan. Oh, damn it. I forgot to switch off the time-lapse function on the GoPro, so everything I did now did get a time-lapse. Was supposed to be a video, but what I did was just soldering in this wire from, yeah, I explained it earlier. So I will connect this one to the relay. So then everything is hooked up. Here is a relay for both for relaying power to the control box and relaying power to the light bar on top. And yeah, you can see me do all the connections here now, so everything is nice and ready. So now I'll put the cover back on and the spare seat in, or the passenger seat and everything, and then we will go out and test the lights, show you the lights. You haven't seen anything yet, so that's exciting. I'm really curious to see how big the difference is between the first video I made with the drone with the original lights and now with all these LED lights. Should be a big difference, I hope. But okay, let me clean up and put everything back together. All right, here it is, finished, all the lights on, and yeah, the LED bar is not on, but that's for high beam. But for work lights, oh man, this is great. There is lights everywhere. There are a small blind spot just behind the tire, but you can't see there anyways when you're driving, so I figure out that doesn't matter. But else, oh shit, it is bright. So there we have some halogen lights still, but they will be changed out with time. But for working with this, won't be any problems. Check it out, huh? Oh, I'm really happy with this. This is just awesome. So I'm really happy I did it and did it right. That's so much easier. Here we can see the warning LED bar running also. So it's pretty bright, that one also. So, but with all these work lights, it's actually not that bright. So switching it over by night, running now by night, and you can still see it pretty good. And this is by day. And as you can see, the LED bar on top there also has an orange line in it, so that's really nice. And when you are here, you will see the working warning lights. So I'll put a link and everything in the description for the lights and where I bought it. I bought it from alibaba.com, so if anyone want to buy the same lamps. This all the 6 in the back is the 40 watts, really bright, and the one in the front, the 60 watts, are really bright. So there is a lot of lights here.